good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. And today we're going back behind my Spotify. This time around, we are going to be doing a review of Father Figure by John Bellion. So this is a first for me. I've never actually listened to any of like John Bellion's full projects, any of his albums, which is so strange because, dude, I've heard this guy, I feel like, everywhere. I think the first thing I heard from him was All Time Low, but the only two songs I've really heard from him are All Time Low and Guillotine, it's so strange because I feel like it's so weird. I feel like I've heard, like, I haven't listened to his full projects, but I've heard stuff from him, right? Because he's pretty much been everywhere, I feel like, outside of his own art. I think my favorite, it's not even a song by him, it's a song he features on, Good Things Fall Apart by Bellion. That song is incredible, and the stripped back version is even better, which is crazy. It's nuts that that song is so good. But then, like, you know, outside of being an artist and a producer, John Bellion is a writer, and he writes songs for other people, like Ghost by Justin Bieber. I can't name all the songs he's written for other people, but Ghost is one that, like, I go back to that song a lot. That whole project by JB is phenomenal, by the way. It's my 2021 album of the year. It's one of the albums of the year during that time. But yeah, so I've never listened to a full project done by John Bellion, and like, again, outside of what I've heard from this album, I haven't listened to like, I've heard Kid Again, I heard that, but like, outside this project, besides All Time Low and Guillotine, I've never heard any other song by him, which is it's nuts. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and review this album because for one, I don't think I'm the whole, so behind the series, when I review these albums, typically don't make my album of the year. They don't land the mark for me, and that's kind of what happened with this album. And I want to get into it and why I didn't really like the album. Without further ado, let's just jump into it because there is a lot to cover with this album. So, like, I think it's weird. I only like the singles, I think, it's a weird thing, right? It's so weird because the first one that dropped is Kid Again. Kid Again I really liked. I liked that vibe. I think if this whole album was like the singles, I think it would have been an album of the year for me, but it wasn't. It's like when Kid Again dropped, I really liked that song. And then Wash dropped, I really liked that one. We'll get into why in a minute. I want to save why for last because I want to talk about the song a little in depth, lyric wise, before, like, but again, that song really good. Probably my favorite song on the entire album. Then you got Horoscope. That's a good intro track for the album, but also it's a solid single. And then Modern Times, another good one. I like that one, actually, and that is actually a single. It's not an album track because when you go to his page, dropped as a single. So yeah, and then of course Wash 2 is technically a single. It's Wash but done stripped back, I believe. But then I listened to the entire album, and I didn't really like any of the other, I don't know, all the other songs, like, they're okay, but, like, one thing I don't like is these tracks. I don't add these to playlists, but also hearing it on a CD, I'd be like, why is this here? You know, I do think it should have been maybe a 13-track album, but that's just me. I do like full projects not having, I don't want to call it filler, but it is filler when it's a 30-second thing. I'm like, okay, now I just have to skip this. But yeah, no, I listened to every other song on the album, and I really didn't vibe with them as much. I think for me, every other song on this album was too all over the place. There was too much going on in the music. Even the title track of the album, like, it's a good song, but like everything else to me felt like there was just too much going on. I think that's my issue with the project. But every other, like, all the singles are fine. Like, they're the ones I like the most, which is interesting. Because typically with an album, I mean, you want everything to sound as good as the singles you're releasing, I would think anyway, because when you look at, like, I don't know what's a good example to give. It's gonna be kind of a hard example to give. You don't want to have a bunch of filler on your album. I think you want every song to matter. So I'm just gonna go through my search history real quick. So the Plot and You, for example, these guys need to release, I swear to God, make an album of these volumes or I'm gonna scream. But kind of the point I want to make here, and the people who listen to Jon Bellion aren't going to know who this band is, but every song in these 3 volumes, it feels like they've been crafted easy. Like, they don't feel like album filler, if that makes sense. Like, each song, like Left Behind being a really good one, Forgotten and Divide being really good, Don't Look Away, All I Can Give, Closure, really good. And then you get to volume 3, Pretend, Been Here Before, Spare. There's a lot of good, like, these songs have been crafted, and they don't feel like filler. I guess that's the best way I can describe what, like, the songs, I don't know if I'd call them filler. I mean, these songs are probably crafted too, but they don't feel like they fit in with the other singles, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but yeah, that's the whole reason why I didn't like this album. It's just like the other songs are all over the place and they don't feel like they fit within the singles. Like, how many songs would it be if it was just the singles I liked? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 songs? I mean, it's close to an album. Wait, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This is the first Jon Bellion album I've listened to too, and I thought maybe I'd like it. I was really expecting to like this album, because I liked all the singles. I'm like, oh, if I'm liking all the singles, I will like the whole entire project. But I think I was wrong in saying that because I don't know. I don't vibe with the album tracks as much as I did the singles. But to kind of end this, I want to talk about why. I want to talk about that song in particular. But also, we're just going to do an album rating for this album. For me personally, it is going to be a 7 out of 10. That's the score I want to give it, just because I love the singles. It's like, that's basically half the album, isn't it? If I only like the singles, it is half the album. Well, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's close to half. But yeah, I only liked half the album. I wouldn't give it a 5 out of 10 because it's not a bad album by any means. I don't think the sound of the album track suits me. That could be why. I like the songs around the album. I don't like the songs that are like deep into the album, you know? If that makes sense. But anyway, I want to talk about why. I want to talk about the lyrics, because we used to do a series on this channel called Lyric Lore. I scrapped it because I think keeping up with artists and covering their songs is crazy and it takes too much work. But it was a fun series to do. And dude, the lyrics hit me when I heard the song. And I know what this song is about. It's about John's kid, but dude, I took it a complete, like, you can equate this to a relationship, which is nuts, dude. The fact that you can equate we're just going to talk about, like, basically the verse 1 and chorus. Just, that's all I want to talk about. And dude, I've actually been singing the verse or I think I've been saying the chorus the most today. I've just been singing it because I am a vocalist, fun fact, but not as good as John's crazy with it. Um, but dude, the verse 1, I, I'm scared to meet you because then I might know you, and then once I know you, I might fall in love. What the fuck, dude? That's crazy. Is he crazy thing to write? It's like, I feel like John has written how I feel because I was super like socially awkward when I was younger. I still am a little bit, but I've gotten over it a lot. But this is how I feel when like I see someone and I think I like them, like a girl or something like that. And it's just it's wild. I'm scared to meet you because, dude, I don't go up to people and just ask them how they're doing or how's their day going, or I don't do that. I really don't. I don't go up to strangers and be like try and get to know. It's, dude, that's so scary, man. Like, to me anyway. Like, if it's someone I like and I want to get to know them, I'm scared to meet them. And I know, again, this is about him meeting his kid for the first time. I know that's what the lyrics are about, but I'm equating this to a relationship. It's like I'm scared to meet you because then I might know you. It's like once you know someone, like you're no longer strangers, and then it's like, oh, suddenly there's a bond there. There is like an identity there, you know. And then the second line here, and then once I know you, I might fall in love. And here's where things kind of like send me, dude. It's like, and then once I know you, I might fall in love. When I get to know someone, like let's just say a girl, for example, or whoever you're into, but like when I've met girls in the past or gotten to know them, the hardest thing is like I think I put my feelings out there too much. Like I feel like I'm like my emotions get the better of me when it comes to romance and falling in love. When I get to know someone, dude, the line "I might fall in love" is it hurts. It hurts because that is too true. It's wild. Like just like at work, for example, like I get to know certain people, and then like they, when it comes to the "I might fall in love" part, they end up just leaving. Like they quit or they get fired or something, and it's like. And then the third line here: once I'm in love, then my heart is wide open for you to walk in, drop a bomb, blow it up. It's not even funny. This song is my favorite on the album. This song specifically. Like, all the other singles are good. This one doesn't compare to the other ones. It's just a wild song, man. For you to walk in, drop a bomb, blow it up. It's like, dude, he's like describing a situation that I have literally gone through. Like, meeting someone, knowing someone, and then once you know them, falling in love, and then once you're in love, oh, heartbreak, then your heart's way open for you to walk and drop a bomb, blow it up. That is insane. And I can't, like, regardless of how I feel about the album, this single is nuts. The lyrics are crazy. And like, dude, the song's like not even that, like, there's not too many lyrics to it, but that first verse, man, who thinks like that, man? Like, he wrote on paper how I feel when I meet someone and think, oh, they might be the one, but then it turns out they're not, and they just end up leaving, which is the worst feeling in the world, man. Because I've been alone my whole life. I've never met anyone that I've considered, like, I've never met anyone that has been the one, you know? And for seeing those lyrics, it's like like, it hurts, man. It's not fair, I think, is how I see the lyrics. It's not fair that this happens. It's not fair at all. I shouldn't, like, I think there's probably reasons why I'm alone. It could be like how much I isolate myself and how I'm not that social, or it could be, you know, parents getting a divorce and not having another parental figure growing up and just, you know, figuring things out for myself. There's so many different factors why I've been alone my whole life, but like it's not fair, man. It's not. And then just quickly going into the chorus, singing this all day, man. So why love anything at all? Why love anything at all? If the higher I fly is the further I fall, then why love anything at all? That's literally how I feel. It's like I get emotionally attached to people, or the people I meet, like girls I meet, or, you know, I think I might be in love with this person, or I think I might feel something for this person. I get emotionally attached. And then when everything falls apart, I start questioning myself. It's like, why should I love anyone at all? Why should I love anything at all? If the higher I fly is the further I fall. Those lyrics, man, it doesn't, it's so, I wish I didn't feel like that. I think that's the worst feeling in the world. Because, like, you go through all this in verse 1, and then you start questioning yourself. Like, why bother putting your emotions out there? Why bother putting your feelings out there when if you're either going to get rejected or nothing's going to happen, or they're just going to leave? There's so many factors to it, and it's like, I think this is probably the closest I've seen someone to, like, I can put my feelings out on paper. I've written a bunch of songs that I haven't put out yet. I've put out one of the songs called Isolationship. But I've written so many songs, I've put my feelings on paper. I think John has, like, perfectly described how, like, how romance goes for me, or like how love goes for me. And it's awful. Dude, I know this is about his son, but I feel like he also wrote it for people who are still alone, and they go through trying to find someone, or they find someone, but nothing works out. It's like, he gets it. He gets it. He's probably, like, for the longest time, I bet for the longest time in his life, at some point, he's gone through situations like this, and he's like, man, like, he wanted to put it on paper, and he finally did, which is really cool. I'm glad he decided to release music again, by the way. Even though I've never listened to any of his projects, I am aware that he got, like, he got a really bad deal with his record label or something, and then he, like, got out of the contract, and now he's now able to make music again. And he I guess at one point he said he was done with it, which was really unfortunate. But man, it's like, this song for me is more important than the album, which is so, it sounds so bad to say, but like, I love this song. It's incredible. It really is. Like, I don't really relate to Luke Combs' parts. I'm assuming he wrote those himself. Yeah, I like verse 1 in the main chorus. It's just, it's a lot to take in, and it's how I've felt every time I've gotten in a situation where I thought I had feelings for someone, and then it turns out that they just end up leaving, or they don't feel the same way, and it's like, why do I even bother? So why love anything at all if the higher I fly is the further I fall? It's just, man, I could talk about this song all day and how it makes me feel, because it's crazy. His pen is incredible. Like, he's a lyricist. He knows how to, he's written songs for people. Like, he knows how to write. But no, I know we're talking about the album, but I really wanted to talk about why, because of how it makes me feel, and how much of a struggle it is to put your feelings out there when your feelings get rejected, you know? But anywho, that's going to be the video for today, but thank you guys for watching. If you did, as always, I appreciate it a ton. I will see you guys in the next video, and yeah, goodbye.